Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Taking it about the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. A fairly short kick from the 14. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Right to the air is Carr. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Now Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr. On the move to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Carr now on first down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr again. And this is going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Over toward the sideline for Waller. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. To throw, it's Carr. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Raiders. A pair of teammates of Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Carr will look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons. Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better piece of what we're going to do.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Etienne up the middle. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 2
yards on the play. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Straight ahead, Etienne. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. 18 yards the gain for number 18. A handoff for Etienne. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Etienne. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 4 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Raiders 6. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. Finding room at midfield. And some room to maneuver. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 1st down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll get that underneath Etienne. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but then he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just said.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, it's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. a fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Extra point try now for Patterson. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they want it.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody didn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The left side throw complete to Adams. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Carr now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback there for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They find some open field here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Carr again. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 20. And the Jaguars.
Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On play action, Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Complete to Zay Jones.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Jaguars 41, Raiders 12.
Ready, break.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And now once again, they'll line up to...